Hey everyone, welcome back to the Smart Project Podcast, a podcast from School of Dentistry, IMU. Thank you for joining us today. This podcast is all about holistic dental education on the go. This would enhance your knowledge and attitude not only towards dentistry, but life as a whole. Tune in to hear and learn from specialists from various fields of dentistry, sharing their experience and discussing topics in the realm of dentistry. Also, we have installed a small dose of Inspire and Influence, a section for good quotes and productivity tips. So let's begin. I'm Rika, and your host for today. A very good day to everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Smart Project Podcast brought to you by IMU. So today we have a very special guest coming from IMU, and he just recently graduated. And we have him on here because he was awarded the Budding Entrepreneur Award sponsored by the Straumann Group. So let me just let him introduce himself.
Hi. So my name is Yong On. So I've just recently graduated from IMU, the BDS program. I'm part of DT118. Currently, I am working in the marketing office, right, as a part-timer. So I also recently just got my government posting in Johor.
Wow.
Yeah, so pretty fortunate to have this early.
Great.
So thank you for inviting me over.
All right, so let's get down to the first question. So, Yung On, can you just tell us more about your award? So what is this Budding Entrepreneur Award? Because I think it's quite a new award.
So I was surprised myself, you see. I didn't know this award was for, a project that we have done. So the project that we have done is basically each of us have to formulate a business plan. It's actually part of a entrepreneurial module that all of us have to do. So we don't really have to execute it, but we just have to plan from scratch, from the idea, how do we implement it, even the cash flow, how the practicality of it, then we'll be assessed by a panel, which is our lecturers. So my idea was to do something like some sort of a 3D printing service for existing dentists.
Wow.
Yeah, so things like, because I've seen, students practicing on typhodons, so perhaps we could do something like we can design specific already prepped tooth, then we can practice composite on it. That's just an example. So there are many other things that we can 3D print with, just like very small things like, or perhaps a component on your loops broke, and maybe we can just 3D print something of it.
Oh, okay. All right. And what sets you apart from all the other projects that was presented?
What sets me apart?
Yeah.
That's a tough question, actually. That's actually a tough question. I think because perhaps my idea was practical enough, and it is like related to dentistry, like everyday dentistry. So perhaps they were sold by the idea, and I was in the mindset of starting small. So yeah, I had a realistic approach to it. So start small first, build connections, and only we aim for the big companies, or big.
Yeah.
Big aims.
And how did you come up with such an idea? Like how did it happen?
So it's actually inspired by my friend. My friend is actually he has a company that does customized acrylic signages.
Okay.
So he actually has the infrastructure and the machines related to all this printing. So I just asked him about it, and he said, yeah, it's possible.
Do you have a custom printed
No, I do
anything?
not have it, but
Okay.
my friend has it.
Oh, okay. Have you printed anything?
No. No. But I do have ideas. I did present ideas of what can be printed or what can be done. That was included in the business plan.
All right. All right. So what was the goal? What's the end goal for this 3D printing idea?
The end goal?
Yeah.
The end goal is that everyone can just like present their problems, or they want to print something, then they can just consult us, and then we help them to kind of like design the apparatus or an instrument. Then we will present them to him, and we'll charge from that.
Okay. Okay. Great. Yeah, it sounds like a very interesting idea.
Definitely, people has done 3D printing in the industry regarding typhodons and all those. But to provide a service where people can just like ask, consult us on what can be done, that's probably the first. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And which part of dentistry do you think that this 3D printing will excel more in? Because we have a lot of specialties. So which part do you think?
Actually, this is the interesting part because it applies to every sort of practice. Like one of my ideas was that you can actually even print something like a hanger for the IV drips. Like for example, if you're in a hospital setting, you just want something simple like an IV drip, right? So what if you don't have the stand? So probably we can just like 3D print something like a hook, and we can hook the IV drip, the bag, on top of the dental chair. So that's an example of something that can be done. So the sky is the limit, probably. Like the limit is just your imagination on what can be like innovated.
Okay, yeah. So what about the advice do you have for other budding entrepreneurs out there?
Okay, I would say that I won't be that qualified yet to be called as an entrepreneur, but I feel that this project, this module, entrepreneur module, and also this business plan project, has definitely taught me a lot of things like basic finance literacy, how to manage things like cash flow, your expenses, and your budgeting. Like, I mean, not just in business, in general, because all of these like things regarding to money, we are actually not taught at all from first year to final year.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of this entrepreneurship, even from in high school, they don't really teach us on how to manage money. So I would advise everyone out there, just have a basic knowledge. Just look up on YouTube, on the basic finance literacy, on how to manage your money once you get a first paycheck. In fact, I'm actually reading up more now.
Okay.
Yeah, because we are finally moving to adult world.
Yeah.
And we have to learn how to manage our own money, else it'll be a disaster. Yeah.
All right, agreed.
So that's the basic to start lah.
Oh, that's a very good that's the fundamentals of when we come out to work lah.
Yep.
All right, so Young-on, also another question. We just want to know why you actually pursued dentistry.
All right. So I was in science stream, right? Like back then in high school.
Yeah.
I was just studying and didn't really thought about what am I gonna do.
Okay.
So I got stuck in this loop where I didn't take physics in A levels, right?
Okay.
So I'm just stuck like with lab work, which is biomedical sciences or all those related fields, lab work related fields, or healthcare, pharmacy, dentistry, or medicine. So yeah, I was just stuck between these two, and I was advised if I was trying to pursue a local program, it's better not to venture into laboratory because the opportunities are less.
Okay.
So that's why I ventured into healthcare, and I do very well. I'm aware of the situation of a medical doctor. I don't want to go through that, so that's why I chose dentistry.
So it was actually just a process of elimination.
Yeah. But turns out the work-life balance is not as good here. But it's okay. Try to find the the fun in it.
Yeah.
Dentistry can be quite fun as well, although it is challenging.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so for that honest answer. We really appreciate your view on how you
Okay.
came to pursue dentistry lah. All right, so thank you so much for joining us, and we really wish you all the best.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And we hope that your idea will actually come to reality, and I'm
Thank you
sure
so
that
much.
you will have a big success in it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us in
All
this
right.
Smile
All
Project
right.
podcast
See
today.
you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.